Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. Are you old enough to remember the days when there weren't any seatbelts in cars? I remember being a kid driving my parents nuts whenever we went on a road trip vacation because me and my three other siblings would be bouncing up and down in the back seat of their land yacht and kicking the front seat at the same time, going, "Are we there yet? How much longer? Are we there yet?" And we had just pulled out of the driveway. And yet, this is the very thing that I can hear from some of my clients. We're all grown up, but there's a part of us that still wants to know how long it's going to take to get to where we want to be. Now, there's a difference because when we were young, we were given answers on how long the trip was going to be, but we didn't understand those answers. Now, as an adult, we understand the answers, but it's a challenge to find someone to tell us how long it's going to take. I'm going to assist you with that today because there's a proven science of the length of time you will try to talk yourself out of a new goal, the amount of days that you're going to need to take continuous action to move through your resistance. See, we've got two things that are going to be obstacles. First, it's going to be external, but then we've got internal, because the external is simply a representation of what you've got going on inside. And then how long you're going to persist that with the actions, the implementation for impact before you begin to reap results. So let's start with the first answer, which is 91 days. 1/4 of your year is how long it takes for actions, emotions, and focus to go from conscious thought to subconscious identity. Now, some people have heard that it takes 3 weeks for a habit. No, it actually takes 60 some odd days for a habit, but that's still not enough because you've got habits right now that you have not implemented in quite some time. It takes 91 days for the identity that is going to maximize that habit to integrate. Think of it as going from a footpath through the woods in your mind to a superhighway moving creativity, ideas, achievement, results at high velocity. But highways are only established when there's a need for them, when the traffic has become so crowded that you need new ways of traveling from internal, which is your world, your home, out into the external, and then back again. Now, how do you do that? Well, first you have to chunk it correctly. What's the most manageable step you can break your goal into? So, are you looking to get into shape? How about 1 minute of physical exercise like walking per day? Now, I can hear you going, "Oh, I can do more than 1 minute." Oh, have you been consistent with it? How about you want a new career? Send out one resume per day. How about eating one healthy meal per day? Reaching out to one person and telling them how much you care about them per day. You can always do more, but it needs to be a minimum of one per day. Now, my specialty is how your mind works, either for you or against you. And you've got two parts to your mind. You've got your conscious mind, also known as the part of you that makes decisions. It's your ego. Its job is to analyze everything in your life And it's the part of you that keeps you from stepping off the curb into oncoming traffic. But it's also the part of you that will have you quit on a new habit just a few days into it. Why would it do this? Because it doesn't want to experience failure. Failure is not safe, so you should not even try at all. And then you've got your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind runs all of your habits and patterns. It does not judge or analyze. That's the realm of your conscious mind. Instead, your subconscious works just like a computer, asking, what program do you want to experience today? And then it runs that program of either going towards progress or away from pain, procrastination, avoidance, distraction. We might fail. Better not even try at all. So this is the reason why I say chunk it correctly. Set your daily action at a low enough level that your warning failure mode does not overwhelm you. You can do more if you want, but it needs to be a minimum of one per day. Now, that's the first week. The second week, you double it. Then the third week, you can double it even more, or you can add in additional activities. Now, if you were to start out at 1 minute of exercise per day, we're just going to use that for an example. The second week, you're at 2 minutes. The third week, you're at 4 minutes. The fourth week, you're at 8 minutes. The fifth week, you're at 16. By the time you're in the 6 weeks, you're doing more than 30 minutes a day of brisk physical activity. But we had to start it at something that we knew you could achieve. Now, how do you keep yourself motivated? Because you know that they're going to be, I don't want to get off the couch and do anything days. So ask yourself, what emotion, what feeling does your goal stand for? Do you want to achieve prosperity because you don't want any more phone calls from bill collectors? So maybe it's peace. Peace is what you're really going for. Or a hot new body. Maybe you want to feel sexy again. Or for some of us, maybe we want to feel sexy for the first time. So sexy is what you're going after. Whatever your emotion is, ask yourself every single day, how can you have more of this emotion right now? See, most people say, I will feel blank whenever I get the goal. But your subconscious mind has to run off of energy. It needs an electricity. And that's what emotions are. They're the electricity for your habits and patterns. So if you're going, oh, how can I feel sexy today? Not whenever I've reduced my weight, but right now in a healthy and functional way, then your mind is going to find all the ways for you to feel passionate about how you look, how you're presenting yourself, that you are beautiful, or abundance, prosperity, peace, zest. That's a good one that most people don't go for. How can I feel zesty today? I always think of Latin dancers and all the energy that they have. So don't wait till you get the goal. Ask your very powerful mind to say, okay, how can we have this today? All right. Now, what is going to stop all of this and you moving forward? Two things. It's going to be a painful past, and it's going to be fear of the future. And your painful past is what's programmed and conditioned you not to go after what it is that you want. At one point, you were very innocent and you struck out in the world and you said, this is what I'm going to go after. And then someone in authority came along and told you, just who in the heck do you think you are? And 80% of what we believe about ourselves was accepted by age 8. So you're just repeating those habits and patterns again and again. So we've got that keeps pulling us back and saying, why even try? But then we've got another part of us. We've got the part that is the fulfillment. It is the realization, the revelation of who we really are, and you will absolutely amaze yourself. But in order to activate her, you've got to take consistent action on upgrading those beliefs that you can't have what it is that you want. And you can only do that through your subconscious mind. Now, if I can assist you, there's two ways. The first one is go to drewdonferguson.com/2021, where I am going to show you, I'm going to teach you how to upgrade your beliefs and turn on your brilliance even brighter. Now, what does this mean? This means that whatever area you've set your goal, it's going to ripple out from that. And you are going to be absolutely blown away by how brilliant you are and what you can actually achieve. It does not mean a stress-free life. Instead, it says whatever comes your way, you are going to turn that obstacle into an opportunity. But to do that, you have to be responsible for moving forward and activating that part of you that's been lying dormant. Okay, so that's one way. The other way is to reach out to me and we can work together in a private hypnosis session to where I turn on your brilliance and the conflict that's caused between your past pain and your future impact. Well, we begin to work out an agreement between the two that shows up starting today, right away. In fact, same day results on who you really are. Because if you could have already done it on your own, you wouldn't be listening to this podcast. You would actually be out there showing others how to do it. We are not meant to be completely self-sufficient. We wouldn't need anybody in our lives. And that's when really bad egos begin to take place and God complexes develop. So we've got to move out of the complex of being a martyr, and we have to sacrifice and give up our dreams, but we can't go into the God complex that says, oh, I've got a magic wand and all I need to do is move it and I get whatever it is that I want. We're supposed to use other people, such as myself, as a resource to teach you how to be resourceful. So if you want to do that, 1-636-699-7791. And if we choose to work together, I will gift you the course on Maximum Mindset for your health, wealth, and happiness. Okay, so as we sum this up, are you there to success yet? 91 days. That's how long it's going to take to reveal this identity for impact and influence. What do you do in the next 13 weeks, the next 91 days? Because I'm going to be here doing everything I can for you to be absolutely brilliant. But you've got to be responsible for taking the next step to engage, whether it's me or someone else, on a level to where you're just not listening and you're just not passively experiencing it, but you're actually being taught how to break through the blocks that are holding you back. So until we get together again, blessings on your brilliance.